is elite for 2018. I love it. I love it. I think that this is the perfect time to shoot for it, especially since you guys have been in this business for about 16 months, working it for at least a year. Here we go. I think that this is one of the first times in the history of Elite that everything just really lines up, and it's not something to really be scared of. It lines up in the way that it's what you are already focusing on anyway, and so you might as well shoot for Elite. Not that it hasn't been what you're focusing on in the past, but I think that this year it's really in alignment so that you can continue to work towards your other goals and still hit Elite. So I'm really super excited to kind of go through the Elite program with you guys, and then to also ask you specific questions on what you need or what questions you may have, or what are you finding to maybe be a possible hindrance from you reaching Elite. And then I think one of the things that April and I were talking about is just making sure that you guys are focusing on the right task, which honestly, the biggest thing is the rank, and what you do towards getting to that rank will get you the necessary Elite point. So really that's the focus, the volume, the rank, that's the real focus. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Oh, the baby's in the back. I love the babies.
I'm sorry. That's my son.
Stop it.
I'm going to try to close
okay.
this. I was going to say, I can mute myself. Yeah, he's with my husband.
No, you're fine. Can you guys still see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sometimes when I blow it up, it goes away. Okay. So 2019 Elite program. So just so you know, we're calling this the Elite Challenge. It's nothing different. You're still the same Elite coach. And I think that one of the reasons why this team should shoot for Elite, and especially you two individually should shoot for Elite, is because of what it brings you. And I think that outside of the amazing recognition and the ridiculous bonus that comes with it, there's a level of confidence that comes with being an Elite coach. There are 400,000 coaches, right? In Beachbody. We are the leaders in health and fitness. So to be able to say, I'm not just here breathing air. I'm not just here talking the talk. I'm actually here walking the walk. I'm helping people change their lives. I'm ending trends, plural. I'm helping people end the trend of obesity. I'm helping people end the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm helping people end the trend of limiting beliefs and self-doubt. That's what I think an Elite coach and Elite team is. And that's the confidence that comes with being able to say, not only am I a part of an Elite team, but I am leading myself an Elite team. So do this together, be a part of the bigger team, but then individually do it together. Okay. So 3 requirements: 5-star diamond or higher, helping 2 new coaches reach diamond for the first time. These coaches could have started with you 18 months ago, 16 months ago, but as long as they hit diamond for the first time in 2018. Yep.
Are you on a different screen than your original screen?
Yes. It's not working?
No, I see it. The road to the Elite still.
Hold on. Let me start it over.
Okay.
Hold on. Thanks for the pause. I love it.
Hold, please.
Okay. Not my whole entire thing is going crazy. I'm just going to have to do it to where it's a little bit ugly because I don't know what's going on. And technology is like this love-hate relationship. So it's going to be a little bit ugly, but you guys get it. All right. So 5-star diamond or higher. Helping 2 new coaches reach the paid rank of diamond for the first time in 2018 and earn 105 Elite points, which I'll talk about the 3 categories to earn those points in. Now, the cool thing, and what you mentioned earlier, Rachel, is that you can be 5-star diamond for at least 1 week in December, or hold it for 6 consecutive weeks anytime in 2018. So this means that if you are going for a bonus, which I encourage you guys to definitely go for a bonus this year, that 5-star bonus can really, I've seen some people do some amazing things for their family and debt and all that good stuff with that 5-star diamond bonus. But if you're going for it, one of the requirements is to hold it for at least 6 consecutive weeks within the 13-week quarter. Well, once you do that, then you'll also check that requirement off for Elite. The cool thing is that you don't have to do it in 1 quarter. So you can do 3 weeks in 1 quarter and then 3 weeks in the next quarter for this particular Elite requirement, not for the bonus, but for the Elite requirement.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yes.
But that means paid. So when she says paid, you have to be qualified, and it's a 6-week qualification period before that would start.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then same with your 2 new diamonds. They can be paid as diamond for the first time in 1 week in December, or they can hold the paid rank of diamond. And of course, there's no qualification. So as soon as they hit diamond, they hold it for 6 weeks, and boom, check that requirement off of your elite quest. So any questions thus far? All right, so then moving forward, how do we earn the 105 points necessary? Well, there's 3 categories. The first category is the Success Club category. Now, this is something that you may have seen before because this is really no different than previous elite programs. This is your 2017, 2018 personally sponsored coaches. Each time they hit Success Club, you get a point. When you hit Success Club 2, that point then doubles. So 2017, 2018. The max for this category is 50 points. And let me just give you a good number to shoot for. If you shoot for, let's say, 2 PS coaches, let's say we're starting out, kind of getting started. You've been sick for 8 weeks, like getting fluids in the hospital, good grief. So let's say this quarter we're aiming for 2 PS coaches in Success Club from 2017, 2018. And then the rest of the year, 3. Well, that will absolutely positively cap this category out at 66 points. So nothing crazy. I'm not saying
totally doable.
Totally doable. Like totally doable. I'm not saying like a Success Club base. That's what we call this sometimes. 5 or 10. I'm saying 2 for this first quarter, the first 3 months of the year, and then 3 thereafter. We can do that. How do you guys feel? Totally possible? All right. So then the second category, which is new, this is your PS Success Club 1. So this is your brand new coaches, your 2018 coaches that you enroll, them earning at least 1 Success Club point. So a good goal for this particular category would be, while our goal for this first quarter is 2 PS coaches in Success Club, we want at least 2 2018 coaches with at least 1 point on the board. 2. And then even next quarter, when we have 3 PS coaches from 2017, 2018 in Success Club to work on capping out that first category, we still would only need 2 with at least 1 point on the board for the rest of the year. And I will say this, there will be 1 month that we will need at least 3, because if we do 2, that will end us with 24 points in this category. And we want to cap it out. Totally doable, right?
I love it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're rewarding people, we're rewarding our new coaches for getting started. And maybe they're not going as relentless, and maybe they don't have such audacious goals, but they do want to help people. We're rewarding people for that activity. We're rewarding people for helping people, period. And that's why I really love some of these changes that we've made with the elite program. So PS Success Club 1 base. Okay, so then the third category to earn the 105 elite points, that is your acquisition volume category. And this is a cumulative total, so this is a rolling total. And this is like a combination of 2 categories we've had in the past. So in the past, we've called it your PS PV, your personally sponsored personal volume, and then your CPV, your customer personal volume. So we've just combined those 2. So this is your 2018 new coaches and new customers. And for each 500 volume that they bring in, you get a point. So if we wanted to cap that out, we want to earn about 4 points per month in that category. And an example of just earning 1 point. Now remember that when we're talking about your PS PV, because remember it's 2 different. When we're talking about your personally sponsored coaches volume, that's not only their orders, but that's also their customer orders. So it's also rewarding you for helping your coaches learn how to help other people. So don't think that this is just, yes, it is acquisition, absolutely, but it's also retention for your PS coaches. And so a good example for solely acquisition No residual. No, they've gotten Shakeology continuously. No, they themselves are starting to hit Success Club, and they themselves are starting to build volume just solely on acquisition. 3 customers or coaches would be enough to earn you 1 point. So an all access challenge pack, an 80-day performance bundle, 2 of those and 1 all access will equal 569. 1 point. How do you guys feel about this one? Questions? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 4 points is what we want to cap it out. And
So
then
just upsell that 3-day refresh or whatever, mega pack, whatever. Just go for no.
Day 1, baby. Yes, absolutely. Go for no. And remember that while we are doing the acquisition, if we did it like this, if we use just this example with bringing them in, no residual, no nothing, then that's still really 12 people, coaches and customers. So it's still not even an astronomical number that will end us with the points. Well, it'll end us with about 48 points, actually, now that I'm doing the math.
Wait, 12? 12?
So if this is 3 customers,
yeah,
that gets us 1 point. So 12 of these type of customers would get us the 4 necessary.
I gotcha.
And but that's solely acquisition, which I'm beating that dead horse so much is because I just want to make it clear that does not mean any residual volume that comes from these people. And what I really like is I explained this to someone earlier, and she said, okay, so basically I need to earn Success Club 30. And I said, well, no, that's not what I'm saying, actually. What I'm saying is that sometimes people look at Success Club as the sole definition for success. And yes, hit Success Club. It is a way to define success, but it's not the sole way to define success. And I think that what this particular category does is it rewards people for helping people, period. This is not based on Success Club. This is based on volume. That's based on helping people, period. And that's how we define success. We help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives wherever they're at. Maybe they don't warrant something, or maybe they don't want something that warrants a Success Club point. But the volume will still assist us with our goals of being elite, and we'll still be able to help them without feeling like, oh, they didn't give me an elite point, which I know sounds crazy, but I have heard it before.
And another reason really to get to 2-star to open a second business center, because they both, their husbands are both coaches. So they're really focusing on volume and income. So, they're putting, once they get to Success Club, then they're putting, orders under their husband on their weak leg. But if you actually are able to open your second business center, all of that still goes towards you. So if you sign a coach under, Coach Paul, you're not going to get any of those elite points. So once you get that second business center, you can grow your volume and still get those elite points too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The volume accrued from your second CBC, from those coaches, that goes up. It all goes together. The diamonds produced count towards your new diamond requirement in that second CBC. So the volume, your second CBC, you can work it and still earn and accrue elite points. And lastly, this is something just to take a look at in FAQ 1599. Really what I've already talked about, that's the basics. That's how you hit elite. That's the requirements. And I definitely think that you guys can do it without a shadow of a doubt. But if we're talking about ways to move up in the rank within the company, we do that based on once you cap out in the elite points, then you'll begin to any points in excess will help you within the rank. And then also we call it leadership development points. And that's essentially anytime you bring on or help someone advance to team leader or above, or 1-star to 5-star from diamond. And you get 25 points each of those ranks or rungs. So that is the leadership development. And if you guys have more questions about that, then let me know. But really, I think that is like the extra. So, okay. So let's talk about the questions that you guys have.
Heather, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I would like to know, are there certain steps or things that I can ask my team to help us get to elite? Like what kinds of things can I, a lot of my team are like brand new. They're still kind of scared. They're not sure whether they want to really build or whether they want to, they're kind of in between, like deciding if they want to be a hobby coach or deciding if they want to be a building coach.
Mm-hmm.
So what kinds of things can I give my team without freaking them out, like steps and things that I can do to help them build us to elite?
Okay. So the biggest thing I think is that sometimes as people are going after elite, they think it's something different. Like it's different. It's like it's not the same. I'm not going to build the same way that I would build if I weren't going for elite. And that's a misconception. And so I think that the one thing is to help them reach their goals. So give them grace if that's what they need to figure out what they want to do and how they want to do it. Make sure that they know that they can do this part-time and that we can link arms and we can do this together so that you can succeed and still work your full-time job and still whatever they need to do to feel like whatever, right? So let them know and then help them reach their goals. When they do say, yes, I do want to work this business and I need to earn $500 this month or this quarter or whatever, and I know that I need to be diamond or help them reach their goals, period. So your goals are like, this is a team effort, but you're still kind of in control, meaning what you can control is your recruitment. What you can control is, okay, if I'm not counting and figuring out these people that do want to work this business, I'm going to keep recruiting until I find more people that do want to work the business. So help them reach their goals, help them set their vision, recognize them for reaching their goals. And that's as small as, maybe it's a little pick monkey. Maybe it's one of those recognition pieces that's outside of Success Club, outside of volume, outside of rank. Maybe it's the quarter. This is what people did. They set the vision for the quarter and this person paid off $250 of debt. This person paid off her T-Mobile bill. This person, whatever. And do like a pick monkey for that to show that you are helping people reach their goals. That's one. Two, set the vision. It's okay to set the vision. I think that sometimes people are like nervous to say, I want to be an elite. I want this to be an elite team. No, say it and say what that means and why that's important and how that benefits the entire team. So set that vision and don't be scared to reiterate that vision. And then encourage them to come with you. Meaning, I don't want to be the only person at the Success Club party at Summit. I don't want to be the only person on the Success Club cruise in 2019. So encourage them to come with you. So I think that as you're getting more people who want to work the business.
Oh my God, I thought that was a cat. I just saw it in the corner of my eye.
Encourage him to come with you. That is money.
He's saying he liked it. I completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
You were just talking about asking them to come with you and just, bringing them on with you.
Oh, and as you get more business builders, absolutely put them in pods. Do what you did to get to where you are. Put them in pods. Hold them accountable. Don't let them off. Like, of course, ask them, hey, if this is something that you want, can I hold you accountable? Can I lovingly nudge you? I mean, of course, you can do the same for me. That's what we need. That's how we thrive. And then hold them to it. I think that sometimes people get nervous to do that because they're like, well, I don't want to be you're not a manager. You're a coach. And that's what we do as coaches. So those are just some of the things off the top of my head.
I would say one big thing that our team is totally, well, I really should just say me because it's my team, but like sneak peeks have been like non-existent because, I told you that I took a huge step back and I probably haven't ran a sneak peek group in like 6 months. So I think that when we were really building and really like gaining momentum, we were doing that at least once a month, if not more. And so I think that needs to be a big focus for all of us.
Yes.
What I found is I'm happy to do it and have like everybody join. But what I found is that unless you are one of the people going live, it doesn't work out quite as well for you because you're the one that's going to attract your tribe. They want to hear from you. So it has to also kind of fall on us. Just taking the time to maybe do a live video on your own page, just playing with it, see if it works. But I know you personally, are able to do it a lot better than somebody else doing it for you, which is
Yeah.
nice for you coaches to have something, but really kind of like what I did with you guys, making you go and do that live right away.
Yeah, we've got that plan. We've got that scheduled next week, actually.
Yes.
He's in next week.
Yeah, and we can talk about that.
On recruitment right now, because our coaches are, kind of unsure. And I mean, Rachel and I are looking for we are looking for like driven people, and it's hard to find. There's so many. You recruit, but there's so many that really don't have the vision and don't have that excitement. And we're really looking for us.
Right.
Yeah, I think our problem too is like we let it cripple us. You know what I mean? Like we'll get like 3 new coaches a month, and then we focus all our time and energy on those people. And when they don't give us, they don't give us the drive, or they don't have the vision that we have, we just kind of keep pouring into them instead of saying, okay, if this is what you want, then that's fine. I'm just going to keep recruiting, and I'll help you reach whatever goals that you are, but you don't have the same vision that I have. And that may sound like a little bit harsh, but I think that we need to kind of get out of that and like just keep growing and growing and growing, because that's the only way we're going to find our lifers.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Write this down. Work with the willing. Like circle it.
Yeah.
It's not something new, but I really want you to be intentional about it in 2018. Work with the willing.
Yes.
That is so true.
And I sent them a bunch of, in our little group chat, the 3 of us, I sent them a bunch of screenshots from the roundtable, people talking about GSRs and, things like that. And a lot of top coaches, Ashley Smith is in our mastermind. I think she recruited like over 50 coaches last month alone. So, when you think about that, how would you devote, 30 minutes of getting started right colors to everybody? Well, it's not feasible, so kind of hearing from them what was working, and I think they're making them at least have one successful point before they do a 15-minute Zoom, something like that. Like make them earn your time. I think is not, is not something that should be like, oh, that sounds mean. Like they have all the tools, we have all the training that they can do on their own. Once they are showing that they're doing action, I think that's when you invest your time in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to us last month. Or I know that happened to me last month. I felt like I poured so much more into my coaches than I did even my challengers, and it really it didn't do good things for anybody, including myself and my challengers. And it really pulled me away from leadership, and I just got really brought down because it didn't work. And I felt like I poured so much into people who weren't willing and weren't excited as I am. So
now I will say this, and it might sound a little contradictory. I will say at the same time that we are working with the willing and those people who are matching our energy and effort and meeting us halfway, we don't want to forget about people, meaning take some time, if you use Teamsy or whatever tracker you use, to monthly send them a voice message, just checking in on you. How are you doing with your fitness? Do you want to come on? And yes, that seems like maybe a potential quote unquote waste of time, but I'm a proponent that time is a precious resource that you can't get back. But if you are willing to risk it, it can give back tremendously. And so those are some touch points for people who are like, well, wow, she's never given up on me. And actually, poo just hit the fan, and I do need this to work. And I'm still a coach, so why not start working my business? And that was 7 months later.
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I think
if you are doing like your coach sneak peek, just check in with all of your coaches, whether they're working or not, and just say, hey, I don't know if you know anybody that may be interested. I'm going to do this. You can just add them, send them a message. So, just continuously not writing them off, so they don't feel like they're just a discount coach and they have the option.
Absolutely.
So like my biggest fear, I feel like I'm on such a time crunch. Like I was gaining so much momentum, and I'm a strong believer that that's what this business is. Like you have to keep, going and building that momentum constantly, staying consistent. And obviously the past 2 months I was non-existent because I was sick. And then, this baby's going to come in July. So my biggest fear is I have these huge goals, and I don't look at Elite as something that's going to be really simple. Like I'm going to have to work hard for it. And I'm not scared of that, but I want to have most of it, or at least be on the right track that after July, when the baby comes, I can kind of be smooth sailing. Like I'm already in a groove and I just don't know like what I need to do to like get there. Like what should be my main focus? Like staying consistent. Yes, April. Like staying consistent and, you know, recruiting, but like, is there something that you feel like really helps people like to gain that momentum or maybe to, you know, 10x their business? You know,
You're answering your own question.
Yeah.
You're
So just like 10x everything.
I mean, really, this
Okay.
first quarter is fourth quarter. This second quarter is fourth quarter for you. And so you need to like relentlessly pursue the idea of elite by the end of March.
Okay.
By the end of June.
And you feel like that's like doable. Like I don't want to set myself up for failure where I'm like, because I get like that. And I'm the first one to admit it. I'm so stubborn. And if I, you know, set a goal and I don't get close to it or I miss it, then I'm like, I feel like it cripples me. Like instead of being like, okay, well, I can just keep going. Like I do keep going, but I don't know. I want to set like realistic goals that.
So three things actually. First is one piece of leadership is to be growth conscious as opposed to goal conscious, meaning you need to focus on how you grow in the pursuit of reaching goals and going after goals, even if you fall short of them, because there are a ton of times that leaders fall short of their goals, that successful people have fallen short of their goals. That does not make them less of a leader or less of a successful person. That actually more than likely has helped them and been an advantage to them. So that's first. You need to change your thinking and to be growth conscious as opposed to just goal conscious. And then second, I've seen amazing things happen. I mean, I've seen people who were doing what they needed to do to reach their own goals and then realize in October that they're in contention for elite. They had no clue what elite was. I mean, I've heard this story so often. So the fact that you are being mindful, you do know what it is, you are 10xing your activities and pretending like the first quarter is fourth quarter and the second quarter is fourth quarter, you are already a step up. So I believe that you can do this regardless of you having a baby in July. And then third, why are you being scared? Okay, I don't believe that there's a such thing as fearless. I honestly don't. Like, you're okay to be fearful. You're a human being. You're building a human brand. We're talking about 10xing. Chances are you're inviting 20 people and we're talking about now inviting 40 people a day. I get it. Be fearful, but use that fear as a tailwind as opposed to a headwind. And that's another trait of leadership. So, okay, I'm fearful. I don't know what's going to happen. Will I fall short? Who cares? Who knows? But I'm going to go forward relentlessly and I'm going to figure out what happens.
Okay.
I love that. Use your fear as a tailwind.
Yeah, you need to be like the devil on my shoulder. That's constantly like.
The world would be a better place if everyone had a Keichun on their shoulder.
I know, seriously. My God.
Make a girl feel good.
Do you think that people struggle more with the elite points or with 5-star? Or do you think that it's just kind of all, you think 5-star?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think that should be the focus. Like, that should be what you are working on. And I truly believe that as you are building, I know that you're on an amazing team. I know that you guys build the right way, so to speak. So as you were pursuing 5-star, and once you reach it, chances are you will have earned your points necessary. It's a byproduct of it. So I think that the main focus should be reaching 5-star, period.
Okay.
And then also, I know like it's important to recruit, coaches just as much, but also like really dig deep. And I know you guys are really great at doing this, at putting your primary focus to, not just coaches, but also awesome challengers. And then the next month, all of those challengers are going to say, hey, your results were awesome. How about coaching? So I found that my best coaches that have stayed, that have been the most consistent, started off for this business to get results, not to make money. Because those people that are in it for a quick buck are not here anymore. So find those people that are, in it for the right. And not to say no totally, because I joined the business to work the business. I have to use the restroom. Did you see her face? Oh my God, she was so funny.
What happened?
I love her.
I missed it. What was it?
She was making
refresh. And she's like, bathroom.
Oh.
That's hilarious. But Yeah, but I mean, I think that that's like seriously so important to just find people that want it for the right reason. And so I really focus on talking about the community, and financials. Yeah, I want you to toot your horn and be able to talk about it, but really kind of like focus on the sisterhood, the community, because I think that's how you really find your lifers. Because think about it, like that's why you guys joined, was to get results, and then you found the results and you were like, dude, I can share this with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's probably my biggest thing that I learned, is not to lead with the financial. I mean, here and there, a finance post is really important, to say what it's done from you, so people can see that it's, really something that you've made, that you've become successful at. But yeah, just kind of think about like your avatar of like your perfect coach, your perfect client that you want, and just talk directly to them. And if they're not your person, you don't have to take them. I have turned multiple people down that are like negative. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Rachel, like the one that just decided to quit, like that you were way better off without that on your team.
I had somebody like the day I came back to coaching yesterday who messaged me and told me that I haven't been there for them the past 2 months. And that, like, she was sick too. She actually offered to give me her leftover medication because she had just had a baby. And she was like, I get that you were sick, but you haven't been there for me the past 2 months. And if you're not going to support me after I'm spending all this money, then like I'm done. And I was like so heartbroken over it. And Heather's like, you're so much better off. Like,
anybody that can say that to you when you are being hospitalized for growing does not deserve your time. Bye.
That's what my husband said too. He's like, I think she was just looking for a reason to get out. Like, don't even let it.
Yep. Grow this business for him. I posted in our team page a 90-minute new coach Zoom.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And I will say this, now that you've made this decision and you're going to go public with it and you're going to be sharing the vision with your team, life is going to happen. There are going to be all types of like life thrown at you that you're going to be like, is this something that I should go for? Yes. Because as we're going towards this goal, we're going to be getting the right people on the bus and the wrong people off the bus. And so who's meant for you will be for you.
I'm really excited now. I am. I'm really excited.
This is like definitely doable. And
totally. I love the way that you broke it down for us, Keichun.
Yay!
Yes,
you guys can do it! I can't wait to recognize you next year.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Well, I know you have to get going, Keichun. I'm gonna hop on with keep on with you for a little bit, but thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Seriously, it was so nice meeting you.
I don't know if it's a big deal, but if you could send me the slides, I would love you forever.
Sure, I can send them to you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Oh wait, we're staying on.